Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Superman Collector review. Well, we've finally made it to the end of the series of videos documenting Superman Returns, the cold cast porcelain statues. Most of them have been busts. I've left this one till last because this is, in my opinion, the worst out of all of them. Why did you buy it? I hear you say. Because I like to keep the collection. So if there's 5 statues, there's no point in buying 4. Always buy the 5. But well, where do I start with this? First of all, it has a very large, in my opinion, oversized base. The pose for me is all wrong. It's kind of, you can see it from the side view there, sort of an arched. I don't know whether it's I assume it's a flying pose. I don't know. In my opinion, the cape is way too big. But I think the problem I have with this, and there's 2 things really. The likeness again is still there. I think the body proportion is out somewhere. It's too long and thin with a large chest, overly muscly around here. You know, it just doesn't work for me really. The legs are long and thin. I don't know. And the other thing, and I don't know whether this was on purpose, but if you look at it straight on there, it's leaning to the left. The peg doesn't really. I mean, I think the peg in the hole is actually straight. Whether the peg inside his lower foot is off slightly, or whether it was meant to be slightly to the left, but he's just. I mean, look at it. Luckily for me, I think I paid 40 quid for this. Still available if you want to get hold of one to complete your collection of Superman Returns statues. But it's just off, and it just looks weird. And the other thing that I find cheapens this statue is other statues that I've got that are on a pole. I think if you look at my videos, there's a Gary Frank statue of Lois and Superman flying above the Daily Planet dome. That is sturdy. I mean, it's bigger, don't get me wrong, it's 3 times the size of this. But the pin goes in the base. It's sturdy, it's straight. I mean, it spins round. It's not, it wobbles. They just could have done a better job. I know it's the cheaper end of Superman collectibles, and I fully understand that. But it just could have been better. I mean, whoever designed it, that's the wrong thing to say. Whoever executed this into this final piece really needed to rethink, because it just looks like he's falling over. I do love flying statues that are on poles and everything, because at the end of the day, Superman is about the gift of flight. He's one of the few superheroes that flies. And it's rare to get a flying statue or pose, but this is it's just off on so many things. And I was very disappointed when I got it, but again, I keep it because it's part of the collection of all of them. So I wanted to have every single one. But this channel is not about showcasing the best of everything. It's about showcasing not only my collection, but the good, the bad, and quite frankly, the ugly. And this is one of the things that is definitely not at the top of my list of favourites in my collection. It's funny because there's a lot of times where I review stuff for the channel, and I revisit stuff that I haven't looked at for a long time, and I sort of fall in love with it, or I kind of remember what I love about it. And most of the time, most of the things that I showcase and most of the things I have in the collection are great. And there's one little thing that I nitpick on because I'm quite fussy. But 99% of what I buy ticks every box that I want. But this just unfortunately puts across in many boxes. So not one of the finest things that they've released Superman related. Especially when you look at what's out today. I know this was a few years ago, and I do give a bit of leeway to the talents that were around at the time. But 2006 wasn't that long ago, and there's been some pretty great stuff out in that era, and this is just not one of them. It's not refined. I don't even think, especially around the belt and the trunks, the paint job is sloppy as well. I don't know what happened, whether they were rushed out or what, I don't know. But even the base has got, I don't know if you can see it on camera here, there's some sort of marks along the side there, which are not scratches, not something I've done. That's how it arrives. I take care of everything. I unbox everything very, very carefully. Though when I clean, I dust everything very, very carefully. So that came like that, and it's just disappointing that a bit more effort didn't go into this statue, because I mean, it could have been so good, and that you do find that, if you look at the original sort of art and concept for a statue that's released, the intentions are always good, especially with Chris Reeve stuff. The intention's always good, and somewhere along the line, the likeness is off slightly, or something doesn't quite work or doesn't quite fit. But this one fails on quite a few levels, unfortunately. So, got to do an honest review. So there you have it. That's the last one of the Superman Returns cold cast porcelain statues. So on the next video, I shall move on to something completely new. So if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you will, that would help the channel grow. And please hit the notification bell, and then you'll be aware of my next uploaded video. Thanks so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the sunshine if you have some where you are, all around the world. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.